All right, family, let's go. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Happy Wednesday. We're almost through the week. I'm happy about that. I'm not trying to rush it, but I love Fridays. Just thought I'd say hey about it. Just thought I'd let everybody know that. I hope everybody's been having a great week so far. It's been pretty cool for me. I can't complain. Let's see if get this light down a little bit. It's too bright. There we go. Make sure you thumbs up when you come in, please. Like the video when you come in. Like the video when you come in, please. Like the video. We're waiting on our guests to come in. We're going to have Tyreek and Rico. Um, hey, Vivian, what's going on? Thank you for coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video. As soon as you hit the door, make sure you thumbs up the video, please. Make sure you thumbs up the video. What is going on, everyone? Um, we are live. We are live. What is happening? Hey, Kenyatta. Excuse me. Why do good guys like bad girls? Um, uh, Tyreek told me to, Brother Tariq told me to bring that up tonight. So I decided, why not? Why not? Why not? I hadn't really thought about it, but me and him were doing some talking, and he kind of touched on a few points that I had actually thought about. And I just looking forward to him coming in and letting us know how he feels about that situation. Audrey Gant Davis, thank you for coming in tonight. Remember, we are live. This is a super chat. We have memberships as low as $2.99 a month. That is $2.99 a month. So if you rock with lifestyles and you want to really be a part of the show and the full experience, make sure you get yourself a membership. Righty. What is going on, my people? What is going on? What is going on, my people? What is happening? Thanks for coming in tonight. Why do good guys like bad girls? We're going to give our opinions on that here shortly. Just waiting on my guys to come in. Just waiting on my guys to come in. Let's get this mic just right there. Keeping it real with Keita. Hey, how are you? Thank you for coming in tonight. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day. I hope your evening is going well. Make sure you like the video when you come in, please. Miss Donna Lindsay, thank you for coming in. You didn't miss it tonight. Donna, you are live. Um, all right, we got Money, or as I like to call him, I didn't know if you wanted to go by Mr. Tyreek or Money.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were going by Tyreek or Money.
Yeah, you know how the street monikers go.
All right, all right. Okay, well, everybody, we've got Money in the house tonight. Money's going to give us his opinion on why good guys like bad girls here shortly. We're all going to give our opinions on that. Um, well, thank you for coming in tonight. Hey, Mr. Rico, right on. Thanks for coming in tonight.
Yo,
I can't really hear you, Rico.
can you hear me?
You low.
What about now?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. Money, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can hear a little background noise, but not too bad. Not too bad. Hey, Jerice. Thank you for coming in tonight. So tonight's topic, Rico, we're doing why good guys like bad girls, and we're gonna. What we'll do tonight is I'll start it off, and then I'll give everybody a few minutes, and we can kind of have our own opinion as men why we think good guys. Normally, it's good girls, and normally people say, "Why do good girls like bad guys?" But since this is a men's podcast, and not no offense to anyone, but I'm a man, and this is a men's podcast, and Rico's a man. We figured, why not flip it and go with why good guys like bad girls? Because I've seen a lot of good men that I know are good gentlemen into turning around and going with the wrong type of female. The type of female that would take them through the ringer, disrespect them, um, everything, everything, but smack their mama in the face. You know what I'm saying? And they'll still worship the drawers that woman wears every day, or the panties that woman wears every day. So we just want to try to dissect a little bit for this few minutes why good guys like bad gals, or bad girls rather. So yeah, we'll do that here in a few minutes. Thanks everybody for coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in. This should be pretty interesting. And then you can have your own opinion on it after we're done, people. But we'll give our opinion first, and then you can come in after that. I don't know, man. I mean, in my own opinion, I mean, maybe good guys like, this is the question I've been asking myself, and I might have brought it up on the show before, but I always wonder why basketball players, guys that are just coming to NBA, younger men that are very successful, financially successful, men that could go and get a college educated woman that's going to be a doctor. Say, for instance, like my daughter's going to be a pediatrician. Instead of them going to get those girls, they go and get a stripper that every other ball player has messed with. For instance, D Wade. When D Wade had his little whatever back down in Miami, when he had before the whole his son stuff, and he was, I guess, had a breakup with Gabrielle Union, he had gotten with a stripper that everybody knew and got her pregnant. Hey, Rose. And so my thing is, why couldn't he go mess around with a newscaster lady or somebody super professional? Why would it have to be a quote unquote bad girl? Now, is it because she pulled his pants down, grabbed his penis, and just started going ham? I don't know, but good girls can do that. What?
I kind of want to pull the skirt off of it a little bit.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you your I'm gonna give you a chance. In my opinion, I just think that sometimes there's this mystique about a bad girl. There's this not only it's a mystique, it's something that's embedded in that gal that good guy just has to, he thinks he can change her. He thinks that he can make a hoe a housewife. For instance, we've always said that. But for some reason, that good guy would rather be with the hoe or the the bad girl versus the quote unquote good girl. I don't know. I just that's for the most part that's my opinion on it. I mean, Rico, what you think? What's your opinion?
That's what I attract, and I don't know why. I don't go out looking for them, but that's what I attract, and they attract to good guys. I guess they don't want a bad dude or whatever, but I gave up on trying to change anything, so I just was like, I adjust to it. Sometimes it's cute, but I don't know, like bad. It's a levels to bad girl stuff too. But I've been through that before, but I didn't go back, and I didn't give no chances like that. Once you act a fool, that was always in my mind. Once you cut up, that was always, in the back of my head. And sometimes you don't know how they are off top. They can hide. They got a good thing about masquerading all that. So they can hide that shit. You wouldn't know if she bad. She can look a certain way, and she scamming and killing all kind of things off the top. So really don't know. But who knows? Sometimes they just like good. They just bad chicks like good dudes anyway. So you know what I mean? And half the time they can't even handle them.
Is it because they can get over? Do you think it's because they can get over on them?
Sometimes they think that too. sometimes they act out because they jealous, because they know somebody else see the same qualities in him just like she did. So it's yeah, but then they try to think he's a pushover. Like I said, they'll try to think that about me because I'm laid back and quiet and I ain't all confrontational just because they are. But cut your water off. You start clowning on me like that, I've been through it. Putting gas in my tank. I mean, candy bar in my tank, slice my tires, all that.
Oh, you get them toxic ones, huh?
Yeah, didn't want to get physical. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to, but they want to. But it's just that. I mean, and I hate. I don't regret, but I hate the fact that I do attract females like that.
Bad girl.
Yeah, I like tree huggers. I like people like that. I like the natural good vibe girl. You know what I'm saying? I like it. But I don't know. I guess
You
it's
think
just
money, you can go on and bless us with your opinion.
Yeah, let me hear it.
I mean, yeah, my opinion. I was just addressing,
Yeah,
the terminology we're using.
yeah.
Good guys, bad girls. What's a good guy? What's a bad guy? What's a good girl? What's a bad girl? I
Yeah.
think really what we're trying to say is, you know, a girl who's promiscuous, quote unquote, is the whole is what we mean by bad girl. And we of course know the opposite of that is the good girl. But what is the good guy and the bad guy? And I think that what we mean by the bad guy is maybe the street nigga, versus the working class, uh type of guy that goes to work and do everything by the book. You know what I'm saying? Which is two
Mhm.
different cultures. And so I think the main thing of that attraction, you know what I'm saying, is because if you think about science and polarity, they say opposites attract. When you put a magnet on the same sides, the magnets won't come together. But when you flip one to the opposite side, them two things come together.
Absolutely.
So what's going on is instinctive. Human existence in nature don't give a fuck what we think. Basically, it happens. It's been going on before us, and it's gonna keep going on after us. And it have a setup. We can't control death. We can't control certain things. DNA is gonna express itself over time. So that what I'm saying is, we have opinions and outlooks about things, and we don't often accept the reality of what's instinctive and what's not. And I'm saying that to get at something about men and women, because men are created with a particular instinctive drive to them, and women have an instinctive drive to them that is different than ours.
Right,
Because we can't have no motherfucking baby.
right.
You dig what I'm saying? So we got inside of our creations two different purposes. And so I think the nature of a lot of conflict in our relationships is each other having a lack of understanding for each other's purposes, let's say. And then sometimes Eric's motherfucker want to drive in the wrong lane. I'm a little different. I wear the boxers in my house, and she wear the panties, and I'm not trying to get in her panties, and she ain't getting in my boxers. And that's how I roll. Not
That's how I
saying
feel.
that's good for everyone, but if you go back to the Bible, you have an order in there: God, man, woman, child. The way that your family structure is supposed to be set up. And it's just ironic to me that you can go biblical or you can look at life, and it all adds up the same. You know, a man got to be a man and do man things. And a woman have to be a woman and do woman things. And somehow in the middle of that, when you say relationship, we have to learn to I was trying to explain relationship to somebody earlier today. It's like breathing. Breath come in, breath come out. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in the mailbox, sir. You don't know what mailbox mean. Uh You know, breath comes in, breath comes out. That's what relationships do. You know, they up, they down, ups and downs, smiles and frowns. And so when you have a relationship, y'all kind of learn to work through them things together. And when you dealing with somebody with a instinctive behavior that they don't even fucking understand, it makes it hard. It makes it real hard for the other person, you know. And so sometimes, if you, I mean, not sometimes, but really, if you analyze the situation, that tends to be the category that black women are falling in.
What do you
You
mean?
know, they're falling in a category of you know, just going after their instinctive nature with no regard for nothing else. I mean, their instinct, they can do something we can't. They can produce babies. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? They carry what's called the mitochondrial DNA, which is the existence of all things inside of a woman. Men don't carry the mitochondrial DNA. A woman has a duty to existence to reproduce life. That's why she carries that mitochondrial DNA, and why she have babies. And I can't speak in 100% of totals, but most women want children. Most women want to be married. So, when we talking about good girls and bad girls, why do they go and dress like the bad girl
Mm,
to hook the guy? I
right.
heard Rico say something I agreed with earlier. You know, um, the facade. They play a hell of a game, but you got to think about it. They're raised, okay, first off, when you born, they get under a female code that everybody got to be a Barbie doll, Coke bottle shape, hair this long, you know. So you know, every woman don't fit in that. So that's a pressure, that's a woman pressure. You dig what I'm saying? And you
Mm-hmm.
know, and then you know, women have a, like men say, damn, I want to get my crib, my money stacked up, I got my ride, my family straight. Women got something that they, I don't know why we think that they don't have ambitions and plans the way that we do. Sometimes we get caught up in society then taught us to think about relationships and women. Really, to me, if because I study a lot of history, that's Caucasian shit. That shit
Uh,
that came along after our cultures, you know what I'm saying, was disbanded and destroyed because we didn't rotate with women like that. We didn't have problems with women. Women didn't have problem with us. We didn't have problems having more than one woman, and the women didn't have no problem with it. It was our culture. Some people, but a lot of places, in Africa still do it today, and that's the cult. It's no problem. It wasn't until women's lib came in and the female man was hijacked and given independency. And it was backed up by the government saying, well, if he ain't around, we'll give you something. All you got to do is have a kid or two.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So what I'm getting at is I'm going on a next level with it. I'm looking at the institutional way that society and the norm have set up these problems that we discussing.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
a huge problem. It's huger than the bitch just crazy or I'm lacking. It's the problem way bigger than that. You know, fathers are optional now. You know, because of how they're being parented in the home. If it's a this is something that makes sense to me. If it's a single parent home and she's a single parent mother and the father's not there, how can you give a motherfucker the blame for something he didn't have no control over?
Exactly.
However, on the other side of that coin, you had all the control and look at the outcome. You want to
Exactly.
blame it on what wasn't there, but how about the example that was led that was there? So
mhm.
you know, it's a lot of con game going on with women, and we have to be unfortunately man enough to see past that, handle that, tame that, contain that. You dig what I'm saying? In a respectful manner and gain her respect that way. Because I think a lot of the problems that niggas have with females is when a woman can run some game on you, them wild bitches, and they can get over on you. Yeah, they get over, but at the same time, they lose respect for you because you didn't man up with them. Now,
Right.
in they mind, you a nigga they think they can step on. Now you got to get out your motherfucking character. And I guess
Mhm.
you wrong. But you know, so it's a reason why in the Bible I go back to Genesis when God told Adam about the forbidden fruit. If you notice, he did not tell Adam and Eve about the forbidden fruit. He told Adam, don't eat from that motherfucking tree, bro. He gave Adam a woman. He spoke Adam, remember God, man, woman, wasn't no kids at the time. So Adam got the dominion right here. You know what I'm saying? Adam's supposed to keep all of that in order, under his level of being, in his
I
family
hope.
unit. But he didn't. She bit the shit and came back and convinced him to do it. And here we are today, a whole bunch of sin and all of that shit. So what I'm saying is, when you don't man up and have a principle and stand on a principle with a woman, and in any move she start to walk on you, she's gonna start resenting you. Even if
Period.
she stay with you, you notice the shit gets worse.
The longer you stay.
Yeah, it get more toxic until it's
Yeah.
motherfucking over, and both of y'all somewhere in therapy, about some crazy shit,
Yeah.
a crazy relationship,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True.
So
it so
basically, it's that fake facade. It's that facade. One of the things that you're saying is so.
well, it's kind of society too. Cause think about what's the famous saying: a nigga want a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. Have you ever
Yeah.
heard that?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
hoe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
want her
Yeah.
nasty like a hoe in the bed, though.
Right.
But
You
when
want
we
to
in
be
the
banned
streets,
up
we
front.
want her to perform like she's the Virgin and driven in snow and shit.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
look at the culture. Look at what
Yeah.
we're asking. Look at, you know what I'm saying? That's why the good guy going after the bad girl, he want the freak in the sheets. He think he can give her the
And,
culture.
exactly. And men think like that. We think sexually. We think physical. That's the way we were made up. We can't help that.
That's instinctive. But
It's
but to
instinctive.
do that
Absolutely.
without considering that she have an instinct as well is why niggas lose. You go to sleep on the shit that she do because you assume she instinct like you instinct.
Mm,
No, she instincts like she instincts. And the sooner you understand that, the better off your situations will start going. If
right.
you can have them, because they tend to run from strong niggas.
I
Mm-hmm.
Because
agree.
they looking for
Especially
niggas
now.
to stand on right now because of the independency and the narcissism that's developed out of, you know what I'm saying, with the institutional backing and shit like that. Like if you think, I don't know if you got a business or not, but it's just now starting to change a little bit. But for the last damn near decade, a black woman can get anything. Loan wise, credit wise, start a business. Shit, niggas was doing it in their girl name because they ain't giving a black man shit, but they'll give it to the black woman. See, all of this is by design
It's
to
by design.
upset. That's to upset the structure, bro.
Even
This
them
shit, this
saying
shit is
that.
bigger than our sexual,
Right. Yeah.
endeavors and shit.
Right.
To me, this is what I'm saying. To me,
No.
this is
Yeah.
my
No. Yeah.
opinion.
True.
It's
Even them
my
saying that
opinion.
they
This
have
shit's deep.
more education than they're saying black women are smarter than black men, and they have more. So
They
that
certainly mature faster.
well, we already knew women matured faster, but they're saying their education level is more than a man's now too. Black man.
hmm
Yeah.
I could believe that because the black man then gave up on the system.
Well,
It don't work for him. He don't give a fuck about education or work no more, really,
true.
because he see every generation after generation work for 30 or 40 motherfucking years and really end up fucked up at the end.
And
And your
then
whole life gone. You can't do nothing about it when you 70.
And not only that, we don't care. Men don't care about how many degrees a woman has either. That's the other
hmm
part of it. Men just want to be loved and respected. We don't care if a woman has 13 degrees. That doesn't move us. It doesn't. It doesn't move men.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
Definitely
That's just
agree.
my opinion there. I'll
yeah.
be doing a little research. Like I was going, I don't know how to. Maybe I can send this to you, and you can share it to your screen one day. But I looked up a Morgan Stanley report. If
Uh-huh.
y'all know who Morgan Stanley is,
Uh-huh.
it's an investment research firm.
Yep.
Morgan Stanley did a report on women. I'm gonna read some of it. Hold on. The best for y'all, just read the words and you determine for yourself.
Very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
Yeah, yeah. I think sometimes we gotta switch it up sometimes.
You need
and,
that. You need
and put a
that.
little education into the context.
Exactly.
Absolutely, Rose. Knowledge is power. Hey, Shell, thanks for coming in tonight. Make sure you like the video. Like. Everybody hit the thumbs up.
You know, like it's just like he said. I was saying it, and he said it already. It's by design, but a lot of it's by design. The
It is by
music,
design.
the
Absolutely.
shows, all of it's by design.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing more women are reading books more than men are now. You know, I'm a book person, but I see more women reading books,
Right.
talking about books,
Yeah.
and putting me on books, like, you know.
Yeah.
But that's I don't I can see that because women are the thinkers anyway. Like we action, men are action, women are the thinkers. Yeah, you know, even the fictional movie or kind of fictional movie, that 300. You know, the queen had to talk him out, told him to be more rational about things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, Rose. Knowledge is definitely power. I agree. Thanks, Kenyatta. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. We got to get everybody else on board with the super chatting.
You know that saying, our people are destroyed from the lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. I agree. I completely agree on that one, man.
You get it everywhere. You get knowledge for everywhere. Like, you know, from just everywhere. Life is knowledgeable. But you know, I don't know, man. Like he said,
Man and woman, Rose. That's right. Man first, then woman. I just hope at some point we can get it together. You know, women can get themselves back together, you know, and stop acting the way they've been acting here lately and, you know, poking their asses out and thinking that's all that men care about. And, you know, if they don't like the way you look, they don't want you to speak to them or say hello. I mean, I'm so sick of that shit. Jesus, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. You know, you can't say nothing. You can't speak to a woman no more. You take your chances just saying hello. It just, you know, things aren't the same anymore. And
you know what I've learned though? Actually learning, I'm learning that as I get older, that things are changing and energy and frequencies are changing, and women are going off the energy now.
what
So
energy though?
sometimes,
Negativity or positivity? What
yeah,
energy?
sometimes you're not even to speak to her because she's gonna say something to you.
Maybe.
And no, maybe she will. When she see their attention, then she catch her eye, and it's act like you minding your business. It happens all the time to me. I just minding my business, and they're gonna talk to you, or you can just say something little goofy, but it's that energy because if they feel they can be comfortable, that's all. They're gonna tone all that crap down. Just tone it down, girl. I'm not gonna cuss you out. I'm not gonna do all that.
I don't even come off like that. But like I said, man, I just think every woman thinks they want in their panties now because they may have a nice shape or something like
They
that.
can think that.
It's hard for them to, you know, grasp the fact.
Let them think that.
Yeah.
They should. They should be happy.
They know you want the cootie.
Yeah, they should be happy. Look, be happy we thinking about it.
The toe.
We ain't trying to jump the other fence.
Exactly.
That's
Not gonna do that.
the biggest gun you working against. If you can't control your sexual appetites, you finna to lose with girls.
Yeah, for real. Cause see, I want your mind first. I don't even care
It
about
ain't about they can control you with sex.
That's gonna turn me off if you kind of stupid. That's gonna turn me off.
Right.
But we gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with this subject because the things that we're talking about in the type of manhood structure that we're discussing is something that they dislike because they don't want structure. They've been used to running out, running at the gun, talking crazy, doing whatever. Fuck you, I got the crib and the money, so you ain't shit. And determining your self-worth, having control of the children, and really some niggas love their kids, and a woman will whoop you with them kids. Oh, she'll
Mhm.
take you, run your love in the motherfucking ground. You know what I mean? She'll play on you. She see you. You know what I mean? So these are things, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because we shouldn't even have to have this fucking discussion.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even be going on like that. But now, as a man, you had to guard your motherfucking grill. You can't be in 2020 motherfucking 5 thinking relationships worked like they worked in 1960 and shit. That's the problem, niggas. You all
Yeah.
this which how you pose to treat a bitch. We don't take care of them no more. They
Nah.
got jobs and money and power and just like you. So why you still playing with old rules? They not.
Right. Right. That's right.
They in the 2025 and we still talking about some old
I'm gonna take care of you, baby.
Hey baby. Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope I don't have to go back to slanging yayo.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yayo to get my mayo.
Hey, we gonna finish out with your we'll finish. Hey, money. We'll finish out with that statistic. Just hold on to that. If you found it, we'll finish. We'll finish out with that. Okay.
Oh, I got it. It ain't number 2 cents.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll finish off with that because we normally do about 30. We about 32 minutes, so it's cool. Anybody got any opinions on anything on my chat? Anybody have any ladies, men have any opinions? Type it in. Let me know. Is there any opinions? Hope said I always speak to everywhere I go to men. Shell said they don't know better. They'll do better if they knew better. God needed a vehicle to come into the world. Man and woman. Okay. Yes, definitely agree on this point. You haven't had any disagreements, money. Nobody's and these are ladies. Nobody's really, but different type of lady. Nobody's really disagreed with what you said. It's definitely real talk, Rose. Definitely real talk. Absolutely, absolutely. We'll start getting to the nitty gritty on some different topics because we still got some stuff cooking in the pot, but just not for tonight. We definitely got some other stuff cooking. Definitely these simp men and everything.
Hey,
I
wanted to say something.
Go ahead.
Even if it's some ladies, this is the message to the ladies. Even if it's some ladies, some of y'all out there that do disagree or agree or whatever, what's important is for you to understand. Not it ain't. I want you to try to understand how men are feeling. You did not just your defense of this and that and the third, because it's not an attack. This is a pouring out. You know, because niggas ain't we raised by our mothers. We ain't raised ogres and beasts and motherfucking shit. We want to we love our families and kids and shit. We know different than you really. You know what I'm saying? So this is a attempt and a pouring out to try to mend, and then only way you can mend is to hear how another motherfucker's feeling, man. And this is how we thinking, man. We ain't getting access to our kids. If we do, y'all done fuck they man up. Some to a lot of women. I ain't saying everybody, because it's some good, like we said, it's good girls and bad girls. But
Right.
For the most part, I believe in percentages, and 85 to 90% of the shit's going sour.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
talk about the 10%, but it don't carry the weight.
Right. Throw
And
that statistic at us. Throw that statistic at us.
oh shit, hold on. No,
Yeah.
it just said out of that report I was talking about, it says single women.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, he'll get it here in a second. No, I'm just waiting on him to say it again. It's a crazy statistic, man, but you know, that's the way it's leaning. I'm not even gonna spill the beans. It's just the way it's going. It's sad but true, possibly true. I mean, things could change if women would change, but it doesn't look like they're changing in that way.
Did he say it?
No, not yet.
Okay, because I was like, I didn't hear.
No, I know what he gonna say, but I'm just trying to I don't want to spill the beans. So it's just, I hope it's not true. I hope that doesn't end up happening. But you know,
hey, look at damn. What did I do? Oh, hey, it's already going that way.
Yeah.
It's already going that way. You know, what we got to try to do is some preventative measures. You know.
Did you find it?
Which one? That was it. No, that was it.
What?
What I just read.
Did you say it? Wait a minute. Did we miss that, Rico?
Yeah, I missed it.
He missed that money.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. I just heard single women. Yeah, it went silent again.
Money.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Ah, I know what it is then. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to toggle back and forth because I can't read that script with this screen up.
Oh, you good? Just you remember what it was though, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm looking at it now.
Go ahead.
It just said that by 2030, 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless, and that's going to affect the economy, the economic market, and certain financial trends.
Okay.
Morgan Stanley is a financial research firm.
Right.
Why are women so important in a financial? You see how important the female is.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying is, even the black woman don't even understand she under fucking assault. She thinks she motherfucking doing something, and she ain't doing nothing but destroying everything that love her. She don't understand that her man been hijacked. She'll wear some weed before she wear her own motherfucking hair. Because she wants to be something other than herself.
A white woman, right? Programmed to be
something. And that's a psychosis. That's mental, bro.
Yeah.
Think about it. That's mental.
Right. Absolutely. Well, hey man, I appreciate you taking the time out to come on in tonight.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, sir. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, man.
I'll jump out here real quick. Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, Rico.
You too, brother. That was good. Good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, good talking to you, man. We chop it up on the next one.
Yeah, you know we got to do simping. We got to do simping ain't easy on the next one. Simping
Lord have mercy.
Simping ain't easy.
We want to hear it from you. We gonna break it down. We gonna break it down.
You don't want to hear from me. I'm anti-simp around this motherfucker.
Let's hear it. I am too.
See it. I'm anti-simp around this motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
We really, that's a whole nother show. About two shows right there.
Yeah, that's a Friday night show.
Yeah. Because it's deep. You know, I'm gonna get deep with it. Because it's it's a psychology to it, man. We raised that way. Just like we just discussed females being raised to, like being models, and they got this psychosis that they go through. Men got the same shit going on.
Yeah.
You know, with the simp shit. Have you ever noticed that a motherfucking nigga become an NBA, NFL, or whatever, get super rich and get on the microphone, the first shit he say is he gonna go buy his mama a house? That's some real deep shit to think of. You never hear a motherfucker say he gonna buy his father a motherfucking thing. And his biggest goal is to go do something for mama. You know what I'm saying? He was right. You know, it's deep, man. It's deep, the type of game that I've been analyzing this shit, bro. I mean, I ain't just start looking at this. It's a deep game that mothers have with children. They know how to roll their emotions. They know how to They know how to manipulate that child in particular ways. They ain't got to whoop no ass. They know how to manipulate a motherfucker to death. Because if you think about it, men was born with the physical prowess. The women was sexy. She can't take nothing. The niggas take. She receive. She had to use her cunning to get. She can't tell a nigga what to do. She got to manipulate him to get what she want. She can't say, "Ho ass nigga, get in there and wash the dishes." She got to rub his nuts and say, "Ooh, I love a man that wash the dishes. That is so sexy to me." You feel me? You
Right,
feel me?
right.
Peep game, nigga. I'm
Yeah.
out of here, bro. I gotta go. I got people in here.
All right, money.
We
Right on
catch
for
on
coming
the
in,
next
my
one.
brother.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.
Peace and love. Peace and
We'll see
love.
you another time. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
man.
how you end it off. That's
Huh?
how you end it off.
What'd you say?
I said that's how you end it off.
See, sometimes we need somebody to get us a little stirred up, Rico. It's a lot
Yeah.
of things we've been wanting to say, and I want to get a little bit raw and uncut sometimes. And so, well, sometimes we got to pull somebody in to get us that what we need, So
Right.
he's definitely right on a lot of things, man. I totally agree. Men got to get back to being men, and women got to get back to being women.
And embrace it, and we all got to embrace our role. This is it.
And stop pushing it away. Men have a role that is normal and natural. Women have a natural role, but women have veered off from that role, and they're changing, and they're wanting to become masculine in some ways, or in a whole nother role. So we got to get back to where the plan was, what the plan was. And when we can get back to the plan, we can get along better. And in the meanwhile, it may just get worse before it gets better, like you said, by the year 2035 or whatever. So that's fucked up. So, women, don't let that statistic be right. Come back to being ladies, want a good man, not say you don't need a man. That's men never say we don't need a woman. We never say that. So, let's get back.
Like I said, it like role. It's not even like a. It's like just do your role, know your role instead of being like placement. Like placement is just make it more the great, but just know your role, know what you got to do, know what you got to do. It's like Ross said, just gotta get back to our structure. Just the structure.
Let's get this structure back, people. Let's try. Let's try. It starts from one at a time, one person at a time. Me, you, her, and them. So we got to do this at some point, people. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. This was a good show. Thanks for participating, everybody. Make sure you like the video. We need you to like. I need as many likes as possible. That definitely helps the algorithms. So again, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Mr. Rico, right on for coming in. We'll try to get at you Friday. We got 2 more to go. Let's knock it on out.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good evening, my brother.
You too, brother.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
All right.